Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a special session, if you don't mind me saying, for the Coach Mahon show. The Blinn Buccaneers end up with a 6-3 season with a co-championship, falling short to Northeastern Oklahoma in that playoff first round, but all was not lost. The Blinn Buccaneers have received the invitation and accepted the invitation to take on Snow in the El Toro Bowl in Arizona, December 2nd. We have on the line with us right now Coach Ryan Mahon. How you doing today, Coach?
Oh, I'm doing very well. Anytime you can be practicing, in the month of November and then playing in December, it's a good time of year for us.
Absolutely, a great time. Now, you knew you had a great year. Well, we will say a good year. We won't say great. Great is when you win the championship, but you had a good year, the first year that you got. And when you're dealing with a lot of young men and old men, for that matter, in the world of competition, you have these roller coasters of emotions. You're down. You lose your what appears to be your final game of the season, and then you guys get the invitation to come and be a part of the El Toro Bowl. Explain to us how that came to be.
Well, I mean, you put together a pretty decent year. You share a conference championship. You get rated finally in that last poll 10. So you're going to get opportunities. There are 9 bowl games, throughout the entire United States that for junior college teams. So you'll get an opportunity if you put yourself in the right position, which we've done. And, so it's kind of bittersweet. Bitter in the fact that, hey, you lose your last game, but then sweet in the fact of, hey, you've earned a chance, and a chance that, well, this isn't your last game, you get to play again. So we're really excited over here.
Absolutely. And I guess the only other drawback is there is a bowl that's offered in Texas. I said, man, maybe I should have gotten that invitation, but you're going to have to go to Arizona, which means you guys are going to have to do some traveling yet again, which is nothing new for you guys that you travel to Arkansas and New Mexico. It's going to be a similar trip going in the direction of New Mexico. So what are your planned travel arrangements that you have right now?
Oh, well, what we're going to do that Wednesday leading up to the bowl, we're going to actually leave at 7 o'clock at night. We're going to travel through the night, going to have breakfast in Las Cruces, going to have lunch in Tucson, and we're going to arrive in Yuma right around 4 o'clock, and then we kick off the bowl game festivities.
Now, with that being said, that this is the pluses and minuses of being in the world of athletics, in particular that of football or basketball, because they always provide entertainment for people during the holidays, but you guys are away from your families on the holidays. How do you plan to approach that this year, Coach?
Well, what I am going to do, it's been a long year. For the Thanksgiving holiday, we're giving them Wednesday through Saturday off, and then we'll come back that Sunday. I mean, there's only so much you can get taught. There's only so much you can get done in the game plan. I mean, we've been practicing for a week already, so now we're just adding to it. The guys that are really hustling for me are my coaches. I mean, they're having to do all of that. They're having to, get ready for a game, but then also recruit too. I mean, it's a full meal deal for them. So, and they're doing a great job. I've got a great bunch.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now it's kind of one of those bittersweet deals. As I say, you play to win the games, you play for postseason play, and you got guys burning both ends of the candle right now. And it should be good for recruiting stock value when you're trying to lure these young men to be a part of your program.
Well, there's no question. I mean, I've got one coach in the conference who I'm very close to who calls. I mean, he treats me like I'm his kid, and I treat him like he's my father, and he checks on me every single day. Unfortunately for him, he's stuck at the house, and I address that with the kids. I go, no, hey, I asked them flat out. I go, how many teams are in our conference? 8. I go, how many are actually playing? 3. Okay, 3 of us are going to bowl games. I go, well, those other 5 teams, what are those kids doing right now? And you hear kind of cricket when you ask that question. I go, nothing. They're not doing anything. I go, you guys have an opportunity here where it's not just you've earned it, but it's not something you're gonna forget here in the near future. I mean, it's something you're gonna remember for the rest of your life. I mean, this is my second bowl game while I've been coaching. It just doesn't happen. So we're trying to take advantage of the opportunity.
Now I'm talking right now with Coach Ryan Mahon of the Blinn Buccaneers, and we've talked about the acceleration from the JUCO level on how everything is like going 10 times faster than would you be at a 4-year program. Now, Coach, you just made mention this is your second bowl game, and as long as you've been coaching, Does this seem surreal to you right now?
It's not something I expected or planned for, but it's something that you always try to strive for. And yes, it is a little bit surreal, and there's been a lot of people on the back end. I mean, a lot of support from our administration to even allow this to happen. And, we've gotten some donations. I mean, many people, many people have helped us get to where we've got to get right now.
Absolutely. Now, if a person would like to make a donation towards your cause, how could they go about doing that, sir?
They'd have to get a hold of our Alumni and Friends Association and do it that way. I'll get a hold of Tara Dreyer and make sure you get a phone number on that.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's something that we handle it, but any little bit helps, I guess you could say.
Absolutely. There's an old saying, Coach, and you might appreciate this one, that shade from a toothpick beats no shade at all when you're in the middle of a desert.
That's exactly right. And we're going to Arizona, so we're going to need all the
Yes, sir. You're going to be in desert country. That is going to be the El Toro Bowl, December the 2nd. Didn't quite get a kickoff time for that, but it really doesn't matter. The date is going to be set, and you guys will show up. Now, you're going to be taking on a pretty tall opponent, that in the likings of Snows.
But they're a very good team. I mean, they're coached exceptionally well. They're an older team. They've got a lot of gentlemen that have done their mission. They're Mormon. So you got a lot of guys that are 20 and 21 that have had life experiences, and they're very disciplined, just older guys, and that's really what it comes down to, and you have to tip your hat to them. They're very disciplined, like I said, and they get it done on both ends of the field.
Absolutely. They have a strong, impressive record. They're 9-1 overall. Nothing to wink at as far as the Bucs are concerned, coming in with a 6-3 record. And with that being said, with that 1 to 2 years age difference, a lot of people not understanding the physical makeup of a young man's body as he's developing, that can be a pretty big tipping point when you're dealing with literally grown young men versus just developing young men.
Right. I mean, you're going to keep growing up until you're about 22, 23. I mean, you'll gain inches in height. You'll gain great muscle mass. I mean, you just mature. And them being 9-1, their one loss has come to Arizona Western, who's playing in the national championship game.
Right.
I mean, we've got a great foe in front of us, and we've prepared for it. We've talked about it. We know what we're getting ourselves into. Now we just got to go out and just play a good, solid game.
Well, Coach, you're going to be coming off of really a whirlwind of tough opponents. You played Northeastern Oklahoma twice, and now you're going to be playing against Snow. How does those games against Northeastern Oklahoma prepare you for this attack that you'll have to take on from Snow?
Well, Northeastern, they've proven it. I mean, they took it from us. They took it from Trinity Valley. I mean, they are the conference champion. Had to play them back-to-back, which was difficult, and we had to go up there. And, I think we gave them all we could. I do think we stopped playing a little bit in the very end. I mean, any coach is going to tell you that, hey, I think we could have won that game, and I really do. I do think that. But this is what it's for. I mean, you're playing meaningful games at the end of the year. I mean, if you're not in it for that, then I'm not sure why you would be.
Absolutely. We're talking right now with Coach Ryan Mahon of the Blinn Buccaneers, number 10 ranked Blinn Buccaneers in the nation, taking on the number 6 ranked Snow in Tucson. Not Tucson, but is it what?
Yuma.
Arizona. What part of Arizona?
Yuma, Arizona.
Oh,
Yuma.
Yuma, in Arizona. It was the other bowl that's going to be in the Tucson, Arizona. But very exciting time for Buck Nation as these guys are going to be traveling, representing Blinn, also representing the great state of Texas, and that's always going to be an exciting time of the year. Now, Coach, do you plan to have your wife travel with you, or is she going to be admiring from afar?
Well, the plan is yes, but also I have a teething baby who's very, very fussy right now. So it kind of depends on my son and whether or not we can pull that off. But no, she's been so supportive. This will be one of the very few games, if she doesn't make it, that she misses in my career. I mean, she's a coach's wife, and she's a good one at that.
Absolutely. Now, Coach, will there be any way that these games will be broadcast or televised that maybe these back home at Buck Nation and in Texas can get a chance to participate in the game?
Absolutely. It's going to be live streamed. Okay, it's going to be on the El Toro Bowl website, El Toro Bowl 2017. The Twitter page for them is at Toro_bowl BOWL, and I've never really actually learned Twitter until kind of trying to do this kind of thing, but that's where you find it. And it, like I said, it's going to be live streamed so everybody can watch it.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, welcome to the world of myself and you trying to understand the world of Twitter, right? I have all the stuff, but I'm not really sure what this is about. What happened to calling people on the phone or writing little letters and every now and then and say, hey, great job?
I know it, exactly. That doesn't happen. The snail mail thing, that's out the door.
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm playing catch up.
Yes, sir. Well, I guess welcome to the 21st century. Blinn Buccaneers will be taking on Snow December 2nd. And, of course, Coach, with your permission, we'd love to come back and get a recap with you on what will be the final game of the Buccaneers. And I'm going to say a good season under your first full year of control and everything. You couldn't ask for a better scenario. Of course, you could. Been flat-out champion and playing for the national championship. But you got to like the start that you had with your takeoff with Blinn Bucks.
Yeah, there's no question. And, I mean, like I tell my kids, it's not where you start out, where you end up. And this is just the beginning. And, I mean, through the recruiting process, we set a standard, and we're trying to raise that bar every year. And these kiddos, man, they've definitely set a very good standard that we've got to maintain and hopefully supersede.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, we're going to be pulling from you here from the Open Mic Broadcast Network, and we will be giving you updates, information as the game unfolds. Try to keep you abreast. If you cannot listen or watch on the eltorobowl.com, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Radio Guy, and we will be able to forward you the information as it unfolds. Coach, as always, we give you the final segments or the final words of this segment right here, and you're on.
I just want to thank everybody that's helped us get to this point. It's been a battle all year long. I'd love to thank my administration that they have definitely gone to bat for us, and they've done above and beyond helping us and making sure we can do this for us and our kiddos and make sure they have a once in a lifetime opportunity. I am truly grateful and blessed and humbled by it.
Well, sir, you deserve it. Hard-working guy, kind of nose to the ground type guy, not no spills, no fluffs, no bails. Just go out there and get it done. And I happen to like that approach, sir, because simple still works. And no matter how flashy and fancy they get, you still got to go out there and execute. And that's what it really boils down to. On behalf of the Open Mic Broadcast Network, we want to wish you nothing but the best, safe travels, a happy Thanksgiving to you as well, too, Coach, to you and your family, and to Buck Nation. We want to thank Coach Schumacher, athletic director, for allowing us to be a part of the Blinn Buccaneer family. We got a lot more exciting Buck sports coming and scheduled to you. And don't be surprised because of 2018-19, thanks to Coach Mahon, we got some things already in place, Coach, and we're looking forward to expanding our coverage and broaden our horizon for Buck Nation. On behalf of Coach Ryan Mahon, I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. As always, you guys be blessed. We'll see you on the other side.